What's the good word, friends here? What's the good word, friends? It's Totter here, and welcome to my first entry in a brand new series where I'll be talking about my top 5 favorite Pokemon of every type. And in this first video, we're going to be talking about the most abundant typing in all of Pokemon, water. Before we get started, there's a couple of guidelines I want to let you know about. The Pokemon that you find in this list will have the type in question as their primary typing, and the reason for that is to avoid duplicate entries in future lists. Yeah, flying's gonna be a bitch to cover, I realize, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have a plan. And also, like much of my other lists, these Pokemon that I chose are based on my own opinion and not whether they're competitively viable or have good stats or anything like that. They're just Pokemon that I like. And hey, I bet you have an opinion too. So whether you agree or disagree with me, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below what you think of the list, or if you have your own list of your top 5 favorite water Pokemon. And with that out of the way, let's get to the countdown! Number 5. Gyarados. Gyarados. The Pokemon poster boy of, hey, I'm a small and incapable creature who one day is gonna evolve and heck your shit up! Gyarados has to be one of the most pissed off creatures in the entire game. Just look at these dex entries. I mean, Pokemon's been around for 7 generations, and most Pokemon entries differ at some point, maybe telling an extra nugget of info about that Pokemon that we may have not known about otherwise. But all of Gyarados' entries are like, dude, this Pokemon's a rage-filled psychomaniac that's gonna destroy everything. But now let's talk about the reason I put it in my list. It's a giant water serpent hell-bent on crushing any Pokemon that gets in its way. What could be cooler than that? Unless it's like an electric type or something. Can somebody explain to me why it has flying as a secondary typing? I don't see no beak or wings on this thing. And the only flying moves it could even learn is Bounce and then Hurricane at Generation 7. But flying type or not, you're still awesome, Gyarados. You can have a spot on my team any day. Number 4. Premalaria. This ugly duckling theme is going to continue with what turned out to be one of the most gorgeous final starter evolutions ever. Remember when the starters for Gen 7 were revealed and everyone was like, it's the best cause cute and head spinning, I want one. And lit and so lit badass cat that can spit fire things badass lit fam aff as f***. And then there's Poplio. Oh, Bork, that's cute. I mean, whatever. It's cool, I think. Yeah, nobody gave a shit, including me. I was team litten all the way. Then it stood up and I said, f*** that, been done before. But then Poplio grew up and holy seal mermaid shit, what a sight for sore eyes. The color scheme, the cute gestures, the signature moves, it all just screams unmatched beauty. Easily one of my favorite starter Pokemon ever. Number 3. Clawitzer. Mega Launcher, 120 special attack? These moves? Come at me, bitch! Pokemon with versatility in-game is a huge draw for me, because you can send them in on almost anything and have a one-shot KO. And when you look as badass as Clawitzer does with that big meaty claw, then you're definitely gonna be doing more than just attracting mates! Like wrecking faces and making it on top 5 lists and cool shit like that. But before I stray too far away from the ability Mega Launcher, Game Freak? Yeah, hi. Small request. Can you make Primal Kyogre, like, sexually attracted to Clawitzer or something? This is like Origin Pulse and Mega Launcher. I mean, please? Do it? Yeah? Cool. Thanks. You're the best. Because come on. Origin Pulse at 110 base power with Mega Launcher and Clawitzer's special attack just sounds damn sexy, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Number 2. Suicune. What an absolutely majestic Pokemon. If we're going on design alone, Suicune would kick the ass of almost any contender out there. And this is aside from its unparalleled shiny form. I honestly don't have any other reason for liking this Pokemon so much other than the fact that it's beautiful. I'm quite the sucker for sleek design and color schemes, as you can tell, and Suicune gets A+ for both. Endlessly scouring the Johto region for the legendary dogs was a bit annoying at times, sure, but you eventually get to run into Suicune, and I think that makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Doesn't it? The spotlight shone bright on this Pokemon in other titles as well, such as the Smash Brothers series, Pokken Tournament. Heck, it even became the mascot of Pokemon Crystal, making Suicune the only game mascot part of a legendary trio, where the other two Pokemon of that trio were left out. Am I surprised? Not at all. With Suicune being as radiant and dazzling as it is, I'd expect nothing less. Alright, before we get to the final entry, I have a couple of honorable mentions I'd like to hand out. You can't talk about beautiful water Pokemon and not talk about Milotic. Again, ugly duckling theme here. I've also made mention in a previous video that Duat is one of my favorite middle evolutions ever. Cute and kick-ass rolled into one. And my final shout out goes to Greninja. Super fast, night slashing, shuriken throwing, ass kicking, name taking Ninja Frog. I love him! Number 1. Blastoise. Without a single doubt in my mind, my favorite water Pokemon. Anyone have fond memories of their first experience with Pokemon? Because I sure as hell do. Someday in 1998, my dad bought me my first ever Pokemon game, Pokemon Blue. Sitting in my dad's tow truck as we ran around picking up cars, I turned it on for the first time and came face to face with what would be the hardest decision 11-year-old me had ever made. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. Eventually, I hovered over Squirtle, pressed the A button a few times, and my gaming life would change forever. Squirtle was cute enough to win my attention over the other two. Wartortle was a bona fide badass of a middle evolution, but Blastoise? Holy hell! I'd say the box art certainly had some influence on my choosing of Squirtle because, I mean, it's a giant turtle with water cannons coming out of its shell. And this thing could learn some powerful moves that would make your Pokemon shit. Ice Beam, Skull Bash, Earthquake, Hydro Pump, Hyper Beam, RKO. I mean, it should. With all that being said, Blastoise holds a special place in my heart and will continue to do so for the rest of my life. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to another top Pokemon list. These types of videos are still super fun to make and hope to keep doing these for as long as time will allow. New top 5 video will be out next Sunday, so I hope to see you all there. As always, thanks for watching. This is Totter, and I'll see you later.